You know that feeling when you're completely lost in your favorite hobby? Maybe it's photography or crafting, baking, whatever it is, and you just think, man, I wish I could do this all the time. Well, what if I told you that turning that passion into a real side income is more possible right now than it has ever been? And the best part? You don't even have to quit your day job.
So let's just ask the big question right here at the start. Could that thing you absolutely love doing in your spare time actually become your next paycheck? Today, we are going to break down exactly how you can figure that out and, more importantly, how to get started.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the magic of turning that passion into profit. Then, the super important step 1, checking if people actually want what you've got. After that, we'll dive into 6 awesome ways you can make money, how to start smart, and we'll finish up with your very first action step. Let's do it.
So this isn't some niche little idea anymore. Millions of people are already using the tools we all have access to, digital platforms and smart strategies, to actually make money from what they love. This isn't about some impossible dream. It's about using flexible, really low-risk ideas to build something real on the side.
Okay, but before you spend a single minute or a single dollar on this, we have to do a quick reality check. This is probably the most important first step, confirming that people will actually pay for whatever your hobby offers. This is what separates a fun pastime from a legit side business.
So, how do you do that? It's way easier than it sounds. You can just spend a little time on places like Etsy or dive into Reddit communities that are all about your hobby. Check out what's trending on Google Trends. Explore hashtags on TikTok and Instagram. Oh, and here's a pro tip for Reddit. Search for questions that start with, "Where can I find?" or "How do I do?" That right there is someone literally telling you what they need. And always ask yourself, what problem am I solving? For instance, custom art. That solves the problem of finding a really unique personal gift. See?
Okay, once you've confirmed there's an audience out there, it is time for the fun part, deciding how you're actually going to make money. Now, there are a ton of ways to do this, but we're going to focus on 6 super realistic models that are working for people right now.
And here they are. We've got everything from creating digital products you can sell over and over to just sharing your passion through content or even teaching what you know. There is seriously a path here for every single type of hobbyist. Let's dig into a couple of my absolute favorites, just to give you a feel for how they work.
Let's kick things off with the total powerhouse. Because of its passive potential, digital products. This is where you create something one time, like a digital planner, a pack of printable art, or an ebook, and you can sell it an infinite number of times. You never have to worry about inventory or shipping. It's amazing. And this right here is a perfect example of how powerful that is. Just think about it. An artist spends some time making some beautiful digital art. They set up a simple shop on a platform like Etsy, and then they just earn passive income from those downloads month after month. This is a real case, by the way, earning over $500 a month.
All right, next up, content creation. If you love sharing your process or teaching other people or just reviewing products related to your hobby, this is totally for you. You could start a YouTube channel, a TikTok, a blog, and you can make money from ad revenue, affiliate links for the gear you already use, and down the line, maybe even brand sponsorships.
What I love about this example is just how accessible it is. A beginner baker just starts sharing simple recipe videos on TikTok. As their audience starts to grow, they add affiliate links to the baking tools they use in their videos. And that starts bringing in anywhere from $300 to over $1,000 a month. You're literally just sharing what you're already doing.
And hey, the options don't stop there. If you've got a skill, you can offer it as a service. Think about a talented gamer offering coaching sessions for $50 an hour. Or there's affiliate marketing. If you love talking about gear, you could start a blog reviewing garden tools and get a commission every time someone buys through your link. For all you crafters, selling handmade goods is a classic for a reason. Your amazing jewelry could find a huge audience online. And finally, if you're a real expert, you can package all that knowledge into an online course or a membership and teach hundreds of people at once. The possibilities are huge.
So, you've validated your idea and you've picked a model. Now what? The key, and this is so important, is not to get overwhelmed. Think of this as your launch pad. The goal is to start small and then scale up intelligently.
So here's the deal. Do not overthink it. Just follow these first moves. Pick one idea. Just one. Set up the free tools you need, like an Instagram account or an Etsy shop, then create your first few offerings. Maybe that's 5 digital products or 5 short videos. Tell people about it. And then just pay attention and track what gets a response. That's it.
And please, please, please do not think you need to quit your job or dedicate 40 hours a week to this from day one. A commitment of just 5 to 10 hours a week is the absolute perfect way to get started, test your ideas, and build some momentum without burning out. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
And what can that small, consistent effort actually lead to? Well, for a lot of people who follow these steps, hitting an extra $500 or more per month, that's a very realistic goal within just 3 to 6 months. Seriously, just take a second and imagine what an extra $500 a month could do for you.
All right, we have covered a lot of ground here. We've gone from just a simple idea all the way to a concrete plan. So now let's boil it all down and figure out your very first action step to actually make this happen.
You know, when you strip everything else away, it really comes down to these 3 simple things. First, make sure there's demand, that people will pay. Second, choose one way to make money that really fits you and your hobby. And third, start with small, manageable steps and just be consistent. That's the entire formula.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to really think about. What is that hobby that you're so passionate about? And looking at all the ideas we talked about today, which one feels like the most exciting, most achievable first step for you?
Just remember, the magic formula is so simple. It's your passion plus a little bit of focused action, and that equals real profit. You absolutely have what it takes to do this. You've got this.